Offset's split is beginning to resemble a real war zone rather than a conventional divorce, since Offset allegedly paid Tasha K $75,000 to assist in dragging Cardi online. How is this information only now coming to light? What is the most absurd aspect? Cardi was already attempting to collect the millions Tasha still owed her from that case when all of this came to light. Imagine, for example, discovering that the same woman who had been disparaging you online for years had been secretly receiving information from your own spouse the entire time. That is betrayal on a whole other level. The fact that Offset allegedly funded slander efforts while wallowing in debt further complicates matters. Do you recall when it was reported that he owed a casino more than $100,000? You mean to tell me that he allegedly decided to spend money embarrassing Cardi rather than paying it off? Phew. Priorities reveal a lot, but to be honest, this clarifies a lot because footage from inside Cardi's house, Tasha K's seemingly endless supply of private tea, and all these very particular details about Cardi's personal life have left people guessing for years. Cardi is now outright accusing him of attempting to publicly damage her reputation, following the breakup, changing the story, and launching a smear campaign against her. And based on some of the recent posts she has made, it sounds like she is truly afraid. Let us get started because this whole thing is becoming gloomy. The extent Offset would go to in order to make Cardi look bad is kind of crazy, because it is crazy that he allegedly paid $75,000 for others to lie against Cardi. This man has a lot of debt. After all, he owes a casino $100,000 as of the last time we heard, and he chose to try to destroy Cardi with that money rather than utilize it to settle his debt. And it is absolutely devilish of him to give that money to Tasha K of all people. We only know this because it was revealed when Cardi filed a second lawsuit against Tasha K, demanding the $4 million that she owes Cardi. They had a non-disparagement agreement in place when Tasha K filed for bankruptcy in an attempt to avoid paying Cardi, so Tasha K was prohibited from speaking about Cardi or anyone connected to Cardi. Tasha K said she did not have the $4 million that Cardi was given when she initially prevailed in the lawsuit. After that, the two agreed that Tasha would make monthly payments in exchange for the debt being lowered to $1.2 million. A non-disparagement clause in the contract forbade Tasha from discussing Cardi, but Tasha K repeatedly violated the clause. At some point during all of this, Cardi discovered that Offset had allegedly been giving Tasha K information about her. This makes the situation even more bizarre, because the primary reason Cardi filed the lawsuit in the first place was because she did not like Tasha K's remarks about Offset being broke, only to discover that he had been her biggest opponent the entire time. In retrospect, it also helps to explain why Tasha always seems to have tea on Cardi. For instance, Tasha K shared photos of Offset's ex-girlfriend Pry and Stefan Diggs during the Super Bowl earlier this year, indicating that Pry got exclusive access to Stefan's hotel room. Then she said it had been sent to her by someone in Pri's social circle. She wrote, "The photos were sent to me by someone from Pri's own team without her permission. The images show her on a secured NFL practice field with Stefan Diggs, his mother, and his entourage. You cannot be on the field during practice without team authorized access. I was told she arrived with his people and left with his people. That is what was relayed to me. The individual in the circle is indeed Offset, as it turns out. Offset and Pri have a long history together, and at one point, Pri was even expecting Offset's child. However, it turns out that Offset's tumultuous behavior predates his breakup with Cardi. Do you recall when Tasha K said that Offset had secretly brought his side girl into the house he shared with Cardi in 2023? She penned, according to her, she has known Offset since 2013 up until last year, and this is at their home in Vineland in Hollywood. She says that's her daughter's bed she is sitting on, and in the camera, she also shared a number of strange videos of Offset, including this one in which he was seen on camera concealing his phone when Cardi entered the room.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, right there.
I'm moving.
Yo.
I want to ride the storm.
We can beam them as soon as they go up here, man.
I don't have a mask.
Yeah.
They're gonna be over there. Alright, we gotta go down.
Yeah, I see him, I see him, I see him, I see him.
Alright, see you, man.
I love you.
Love you too.
However, she kept coming for Cardi, so she did not stop there. She shared this collage of images with the description: which 101 doll faces do you think will actually, for real this time, leave off to cheat? Any word of if Offset brought that white woman into that baby's bed yet? Additionally, Tasha went live to assert that Offset was about to dump Cardi for a different lady.
Yours, at the rate that Offset is going, it seems like yours is going to be raised by you as a single mother and him. And they're going to be calling another woman stepmama. at the rate you're going because you're too busy.
She simply continued to talk endlessly until finally Cardi had had enough of the drama and went on Clubhouse to attack Tasha.
So every single time y'all trying to bring turmoil to my marriage, I'm just letting y'all know what's gonna happen next. Well, we're gonna get a divorce. People are gonna be mad nosy, mad happy. I'm gonna make an album. People are gonna want to hear the album because of it. Another rich nigga gonna cuff me.
We were perplexed at the time as to how Tasha obtained private video footage from Cardi's house. However, it now appears that Offset intentionally provided her the video in order to make Cardi look bad. Offset's recent behavior has been somewhat bizarre, and it is just devilish of him to collaborate with Tasha K of all people. You see, Tasha K was blathering about CardiB without any justification, which is why she even owed Cardi for $1 million in the first place. She produced several videos in which she claimed to have had herpes, took drugs when pregnant with Culture, and slept with guys while working as a dancer, and how Culture was going to produce a child with severe needs. Cardi received a total amount of $4 million after winning the lawsuit. Tasha K, however, continued to act casually, thus she was anything from contrite. When asked how she planned to pay the money during an interview, she responded she just was not going to because she was not going to.
In this lawsuit, allegedly at this moment, I think it's $4 million you have to pay a celebrity. A lot of conversation has been is, do you even have that amount of money?
Look, I'm on the edge of my seat. Don't ask me for no money, I ain't got it. But listen,
Cardi was so enraged by this that she tweeted, "Think it's a game, but trust him a come for everything, be better have my money." However, when Cardi and Tasha got into a heated argument on Twitter, once more, it all began anew. Cardi wrote in a comment on a post regarding the number of celebrities that are suing people these days. "I don't care what y'all say, cause I bet the same people commenting were the same ones calling me weak, sensitive, and saying I needed tougher skin. When a woman lied on my health, father, my mother, and harassed all my friends and family. This is what I was fighting for while others laughed." Tasha K commented, "Someone say my name." Obviously noticing her sub, "Nobody said your name. Send my check." Cardi retorted, "Please send my check." Tasha then went on to disparage Cardi on Twitter. "Hold up, I spent over $1 million fighting cry in the car. Cardi aka X-tier superstar ain't asked for no go fund. I travel happily. Kids in private school. You damn right. I ain't got it to pay her. Do not pay attention," muttered Cardi, who was obviously not having this. "Don't pay attention. Friday gonna be real bad for her toodles." Tasha then made the decision to disparage Cardi further, saying, "Since her fave keeps begging for these little coins, ask her how she wants the $4 million in Guinea francs or Ugandan shillings." She uploaded this video to YouTube as well.
no, I will not send a check until the appellate court has stated what I'm sending a check for. It's called having the bread to fight. That's who I'm sending my check to. Okay?
Fans were shocked by Tasha K's boldness at the time because they could not understand how someone who owes you millions of money could act rudely. Tasha was simply too brave, and now that we are aware of her relationship with Offset and how he allegedly paid her to speak on Cardi, the numbers are beginning to add up. Furthermore, since Cardi left him, Offset has been acting like an idiot, so we should not be shocked. He even paid an Instagram model to put up Stiffin's digs, and one fan saw that Stiffin was providing Tasha K with information when they tweeted, "I feel like Offset is colluding with Tasha K and pre to take Cardi down. Stay guarded, Cardi." Additionally, Cardi charged Offset with launching a campaign of defamation against her, alleging, "Y'all be thinking it's so funny, and it's not. It's been over a year, and I'm still being harassed and threatened to the point that I feel like my life is in danger. It's all fun and games until it's too late." Then, claiming to have some receipts that would make him seem bad, she stated, "MFers do anything for attention, and it could get real nasty with just one upload. Leave me TF alone." Additionally, she accused him of fabricating the story in the press to make her appear insane.
And you know what? I already know why a motherfucker. I already know. I didn't want her to do this because this is what a motherfucker want. A motherfucker want me to go on social media to crash out so I could look crazy.
She expressed her fear of being featured in a crime documentary and her concern for her life in a different post.
Yo, this is not normal. You see crime documentaries. You see shit on social media about women getting killed the other day, and on the truth, like, it's like, I'm a real tough bitch. Like, I'm a tough bitch, but you can never. There's a difference between being tough, and there's a difference between somebody having an unhealthy obsession with you that you have to you gotta be concerned. And I'm really starting to be concerned. And I'm so tired because I want to detach myself from shit, and it's like it just doesn't stop. And it's like, when does it fucking stop? I try to be nice. I try to contact family. I try to whatever, and it's not working. And I'm so tired. I'm really getting fucking so tired.
Yes, Offset has been acting very cunningly, and it is clear that his fixation with making Cardi look bad is getting out of control. At this point, the saddest aspect of all of this, to be honest, is that Cardi spent years standing up for Offset against everyone, only for him to supposedly turn around and start working against her. Behind her back, the only thing left to wonder is how much more Cardi can handle before losing it. Again,